I'll be trying so hard not to cough. It is to throw people off the scent. Projection. That's a better way of saying it for sure. That's exactly what it is. Projection. He said Adam Billy made 20K. I know Adam act like he didn't make much. He grift like he didn't make much. He be grifting. But it isn't all about the money. Hey, what's up, Jody? How you doing? What's up, America First? How are you? Anyone that sides with Jelly Roll and calls him a great person really doesn't know him. Speak on it. Speak on it. Hit the like button too, guys. Hit the like button if you're able to. Helps out a lot. No, that might be the last time I say that. Nothing like crazy. I just, for what? Like, why am I telling people want to do it? They're going to do it. I don't know how I feel. I'll always be, hey, hit the like, do it if you feel like it. Only thing I'm going to do is tell people where to find me live streaming at. Niggas can hit the like if they feel. They can write comments if they want to. Up to their discretion. Whatever is better for enjoyment. He can't run for office. He's a felon. So instead, he'll use the grifting politics to try to sell records. Yeah, we gonna get into it. We definitely gonna get into all this stuff. In fact, let's not even waste time. Let's just do it right now. See, I was about to say hit the like button. Oh man, I was just about to say hit the like button. I don't know if it's instincts. What the hell I said? But let me see if this works. Stay on camera. All right, you guys ready? We're about to get to all the stuff I want to talk about today while we can. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Change the format up a little bit so videos could be uploaded on here. So make sure you check those out too as well. I would send you pics, BX, but I know you can't take that type of stuff of my. Huh? I'm glad you know. Yeah. Why was that even a thought? I for damn sure ain't trying to see that. Nothing against you. You know how I am. Now, what's the word for it? Is it squeamish, nigga? I ain't trying to see that shit. Which is crazy, because when I was a kid, I used to go on this, some shit called Rotten. It was like a website where you could see all this craziness, right? Like obituaries and nastiness. But when I was young, I guess intrigued. I was like, oh, let me see. I've seen enough. I'm cool. I'm cool on that. You ain't gotta show me the gory stuff. I'm glad you know. I would have hate to open my inbox and that'd have been crazy. Like, oh, let me see what Jody's saying, man. How he doing? Hey, man. It ain't all folded up like. Nigga, I try to watch Jackass now and I be like this sometimes. Right? Remember that TV show Jackass? And niggas be getting all injured and I be like, eeh. Now a little bit, I can't watch the old stuff that much. The new Jackass was garbage. I tried to watch the new stuff. It took a lean. It went from being like just funny, extreme stuff to let's throw some alphabet stuff in there now. And then it just started getting more like, went from let's jump in shopping carts to let's see what we could shove. How do we get here? Why every movie some guy gets shoved up something? Like, why does that have to be a thing? I could do without it, right? First, the intrigue of like, nigga, you ate a car, nigga. You tricked the doctor into to thinking that you ate like a toy car. Or something. How'd you get it in there? Nigga, I tapped out. I was like, this is not even the same show anymore. This shit went Hollywood. Yeah. He said Kratos used to torture me with Ryan.com. Yo, I'm telling you, man, it was wild. So you've seen how crazy it used to get. I remember a friend showed me Tupac's joints. I was like, what? Why is this on here? I love scary movies, but you know it's fake. Yeah. I'm really big on scary movies, but sometimes when it comes to the gory stuff, and I watch a lot of crazy horror. Like I'll watch like Japanese horror films and other country horror films where they like push the edge. Gore is still something that makes me go, like, nigga, the craziest horror that I will never finish the full movie. I don't care what nobody say. Human Centipede. I can't do it. I tried, nigga. I cannot. And they made a part 2. I can't do it. I definitely can't do it. And I'm a horror guy. Big on horror. Or like thrillers and things along that nature too as well. Anything with a gore, wilding, or it's just nasty, I can't fuck with it. I got a weak ass stomach. I'll never be able to win Fear Factor. What's the topic we about to get into? And I just like to open up and talk to you guys, seeing how y'all doing. They banned Rotten because USA didn't want citizens to see laws in other countries. Nigga, Rotten exists throughout other platforms. I ain't seen stuff on YouTube. I was like, how is this on here? Twitter is just filthy. That's like the go-to whenever I know there's some footage that won't be shown on YouTube, like a crime or something. I'm like, let me see the full incident. Twitter will have the full video. They'll have more than what you actually intended to look for. Like, okay, what was that train incident that happened recently in North Carolina? I wanted to see it because I kept seeing like still images. I'm like, what the hell happened? I looked from the full video. Twitter had the video from before they even came into the train, nigga, and up until when they left. Well, when one person ran off, I'm like, damn, the whole thing. That's kind of crazy. But that's just an example. So imagine like when people are looking for the stuff that was like on Rotten and all that. Then you got like Reddits and shit. People be wild. Oh, got you. Yeah, I actually do remember that too. America's First. I do remember that. That one is crazy. Suing people to, yeah. Can't do that. It's the way that they're suing them. It's so, I think the word might be grotesque. That is just like, I can't watch that movie. And I'm a horror guy, nigga, Hellraiser, all of that. I've seen it. Shit, my aunt, rest in peace, person who inspired me to get into horror. They might think that her ways were unconventional. But when she used to pretty much have sleepovers at the house or whatever, and we were all there, me, my cousins, she had a rule, right? She was watching horror because that's just what she liked. Your other option, besides watching it with her, was to go in the room in the dark, no lights, by yourself while you're listening to the horror from the next room. So you want to be in a room with the lights. I'm getting hungry. You want to be in the room with the lights. So you're being there. And Hellraiser used to scare the hell out of me. What really scared me was more Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. I was terrified to go to sleep because I knew what Freddy was. You could just tell. His whole demeanor was just like, this nigga was suspect from the jump. I did not want this nigga in my dreams, bro. I'm remember I stayed up for like 2-3 days after I watched Nightmare from Elm Street. I did not want to see this nigga. Oh. So he terrified the fuck out of me. Freddy Krueger, scary as shit. Candyman was terrifying. Wishmaster was pretty scary. Some other shits from my childhood that I watched. I had no business watching. Shit, Twilight Zone. I love Twilight Zone. Still to this day. Alright. Now let's get into the topic. Thank you for not using Charlie's murder as money grab scheme like so many did recently. Yeah, I've been noticing that. It's pretty disgusting. Child's Play scared me more. I wasn't really scared of Chucky. I didn't think that I thought about the fact that he has human strength while he's in the doll. I just thought like, nigga, I kicked that doll across the room. Not thinking this nigga who's have the strength of a grown man still. But I rock with Child's Play. Even though unpopular opinion, I rock with Child's Play more so towards the end of the film series. Or maybe I should say middle. When it started getting more comical, right? The Chucky franchise. Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky. I started rocking with those. I like that. Just because I enjoyed it. I still got to finish the TV show. But yeah, like I was a kid, I wasn't thinking that this nigga Chucky is not only a voodoo priest, it's just a cast spells and shit too. Niggas don't think about that. But also that this nigga has human strength, like adult strength in the doll body. That's terrifying. It wouldn't be so easy to just kick this nigga across the room. Anyway, let's get into it, man. Let's get into the topics. What's going on, guys? Adam Calhoun has been doing anything, and I mean anything to grift and get attention to this tour and record sales as well. But mostly this tour, he want people to buy it and come out in it to sell out. And it's already getting canceled at a lot of different stops, and people don't want to allow him to come there because of him inviting people to come and fight and get into fisticuffs, endangering the audience and fans with his simple self. This nigga Adam Calhoun don't think. He don't think. Nigga, like, even you would think maybe he'll get it in slow motion. No, this nigga just bless his heart. Bless his heart. But anyway, so in order to counteract that and to get people to come and watch his show, he's relying on Upchurch, not only doing multiple like live streams for hours, obsessing over Upchurch, but now he's accusing him of crimes. And not even now. Hold on. What happened to my camera? Okay. They trying to shut me down. That is wild. I should be good now though. Hold on, let me double check. Okay, I'm cool. Audio still good. Okay, I'm cool. Alright. He said, man down, they trying to get me. I'm gonna edit this out in post. So Adam, he's over here trying to use Upchurch to sell tickets for his lame ass tour, right? And his new tactic, well, not really new, he's just going more intense with it, is accusing Ryan Upchurch of crimes and saying, oh, they're threatening my family and my family's safety is in jeopardy. So buy the tickets to my tour so I can leave them alone here and go on tour. Because I don't actually care about that. Then this all is made up. I just want people to buy tickets to my tour. That's blatantly what type of time he's on. Let's get into it. Don't forget, if you want to watch me live stream, go and check out my other channel, BX Beast Boy Live. Should be on the homepage somewhere. Somewhere on the homepage. All right, let's see what the heck is going down. See what's up. Crying ass dude.
Hi friends, you guys please bear with me.
My bad. Y'all know I listen to everything sped up. when I'm not streaming. I listen to everything sped up. Shoot, sometimes I put it on 3 times speed.
Hi, friends.
I ain't your friend.
You guys, please bear with me. I'm trying to work through my thoughts, and
it's so, like, what is with this fake sadness? Hi, friends. I'm so sad. I'm gonna still say my catchphrase before videos, but I'm gonna just say it sadder. Please buy my tour. Sad, sad. You learn this from Tom McDonald.
my feelings in the recent tragedy that has just happened, the assassination of...
He's been milking this Charlie Kirk joint. I can understand feeling a type of way about it, right? Even I, if his opinions are real on it, might share a lot of opinions and agree with what he's saying. Because what happened to Charlie Kirk was disgusting. That was foul. Foul. Right? But he been milking it. I ain't gonna front. He been milking it a little. He been milking it a lot. He been milking it.
Charlie Kirk. This will be the last time I ever go out on tour with my music. It's not because I'm scared or afraid or anything.
Like it was your last album and you was gonna retire and never do music again. Like that? Like that last time? No, this is the last time for real. Okay. But then if this is your last tour and you don't go on tour no more, you won't be able to make fun of Upchurch for not going on tour. Or was that just a ploy for you to sell tour tickets and you didn't actually care about people not going on tours? Like how Tom McDonald never go on tour.
Like that. There's a guy actually on the internet who's turned into an absolute liberal. His name is Ryan Upchurch. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He doxed my address, where my children live, my wife, and knowing that I'm about to leave on tour and I'm still going on tour.
Cat,
come out and see me.
I don't believe it, and that's crazy. And I'm still gonna go on tour. Just please go buy my tour tickets. That's cap. First of all, your business was actually being done from where you lived, right? If I'm not mistaken. So if they had the address to build the business, especially if they were sending you packages and things like that, they had your address already. And it was public information. Just put that out there. Also, when you're inviting people to come and fight you, even though I'm not condoning any acts of violence or harassment or bullying, I'm not saying that anyone should do that. But when you're like, yeah, come and see me, man. Upchurch is hiding. Nobody know where he's at. He's hiding. And now you crying because people know where you at. Like, I'm not going to feel sympathy for you. I don't care. I got to call a spade a spade. I'm not going to feel bad for this nigga. I'm supposed to feel bad for him, super tough thug gangster. Come and see me. Come. He been begging for people to come and get it on with him for weeks. Weeks. Yeah, come and see me. Yeah, anywhere. I don't hide like Upchurch. No one knows where he lives. He's hiding. That was his exact words. But now he's talking about being doxxed. And also, before I keep going on this rant, let me just touch on this last point. You employ and back people who are pro-doxing. When you're over there on the channel of the head bagger, aka Double B, Father Time, the guy who's more than likely lying about his veteran status, same person who was, you know, we ain't gonna get into that. We ain't gonna get into him asking those kids all them nasty questions. Like, he freaky. Like, we ain't gonna talk about that in this stream. But that same guy, he doxes people. More than just me. A plethora of people. And you're okay with that. But then you're gonna come on here and play victim just so you can sell tickets to your tour. Like, I just think that that's corny. And it shows that you don't actually have like an actual morals. Right? This shit is all pretend based off of how you can use it to sell something. I just think that's trash.
To my address where my children live, my wife, and knowing that I'm about to leave on tour and I'm still going on tour. Come out and see me. Let me hug your neck and shake your hand and thank you for changing my life forever. Here's where you can get your tickets out right here.
What?
This is my tour, guys.
Damn, image kept freezing.
Come out and see me. Let me hug your neck and shake your hand and thank you for changing my life forever. Here's where you can get your tickets out right here. This is my tour, guys. Take a.
No, I don't care about your tour. I don't care about this nigga's doing all of this just to sell tickets to his tour. By the way, that's all this is. It's a marketing ploy. Now you scared of Upchurch? Like when you just been threatening him and guys, and this is not a coincidence that this comes like the day after Upchurch called him out or even accepted his challenge. He said that he wanted to, get into fisticuffs and box Upchurch, get in the ring, maybe even do MMA professionally, not to try to harm anybody or just cause any acts of violence. Professionally. Upchurch accepted. Said, okay, I just don't want you to get a dime. So let's do it all for charity. His response is, Upchurch doxed me. I'm so scared for my family. Make sure you go and buy my tour. It's not a coincidence, bro. It's a tactic.
The same America that I grew up in. And after seeing what happened to Charlie, it hits closer to home because
that makes it even more disgusting. So he's using Charlie Kirk as well. He was using Charlie Kirk to, I wasn't sure if that was what you was exactly doing when you was doing all those videos. I didn't watch them, so I didn't hear you say, go and get my tour. But the fact that now you're using what happened to Charlie Kirk, I'm so threatened. Upchurch, he's a liberal and he doxed my family. I'm so threatened. I'm gonna go on tour anyway. Go bomb it. But yeah, I'm gonna risk it all. I'm gonna be like brave like Charlie Kirk, even though that's disgusting. That's nasty and it's not right.
I am not the caliber man Charlie
never could be.
And I haven't reached as many people as he has. But I am in the same vein and believe the same things and have been very vocal about them. And I could.
Do you practice it though? No.
Cancel my tour, but I'm not. Some weirdo can come to my show and shoot me. And like I said, Ryan.
In a video game, and why are you connecting a statement like that to anything having to do with Upchurch is beyond me.
Upchurch, right on the heels of Charlie Kirk's murder, goes on the internet and doxes my address. He knows what he's doing, and I'm still going out on the road. The reason I'm not going to go anymore after this is because of my family, my children. I'm not done fighting for what I believe in to be true, which is, it's not about politics. This is good and evil. I've been doing this for 10 years.
Nigga, you the evil one. You're the evil person out the bunch. You ain't doing nothing that's showing me good. Like, I don't believe you. First of all, that's one. Using Upchurch and Charlie Kirk to try to play victim yourself. Why are you making a tragedy, something that happened to Charlie Kirk, about you? That shit's strange. If you notice there's a connection as far as, both talk about conservative things or things that could be on the right. Okay. But then when you're like making multiple hours of streams and videos and it's about you, that's strange to me. That's really strange.
Viral all over the internet, just a regular guy. 8 years of music. And it's taken a toll on me mentally. I am so blessed to have you guys and to get me to where I've got in my life took more than just me. It took you guys.
I hate these fake, sad YouTuber videos. This shit is just strange to me. I've never been able to understand it, like how people are doing it. Like I get why, right? Because you're nasty. You're trying to capitalize over people's emotions, right? You're emotional manipulating right now. But I don't get how you could do it. Like that's just strange.
Now, until I get home from tour in November, I will be on social media. I will be posting. I will be talking and saying the things that I believe in. When I get home from tour, I will be making my last videos, my last posts. I am done with the fucking internet when I get home from tour. I am just going to back away, walk away, however the fuck you want to say it. And this is why I believe the fucking internet is poison. It is ruining our children, the youth, our country, the world that we live in. When our dads were in school, there were...
You on the internet 24/7 now. You're more so an internet rapper than anything. No internet, you wouldn't be a thing. Like at all.
There were no mass shootings. So what has changed? They took God out of everything. They take fathers out of the homes. They force everything that is backwards onto us. For instance, this is an actual argument nowadays. Guys can have kids. No, they fucking can't. It's not an argument, but people will...
The fuck this got to do with anything that he's talking about? Like previously, what this got to do with Upchurch? What this got to do with anything? Charlie Kirk? What the hell are we watching right now? I don't care about your political views, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting sick of hearing it from you. It's mostly probably because I don't value your political opinion or any opinion. I just think you're a trash individual. But also, let me add the disclaimer: if I have no hate or disdain for any community, we're watching this video for educational purposes.
Actually argue this shit. I no longer want to be a part of this. Adam, we need your voice.
So quit.
My voice will be louder, sir.
So he's retiring, or and why is he yelling? This nigga went from, let me adjust the volume. How you speaking that low to yelling like that? Yeah, so quit. Yeah, get up out of here.
In my community and going further than my community. That's what I hope to do. Talking on here is just fucking talking. And yes, we can bring awareness, and there are some good things for social media.
So you don't want to talk on social media? Why are we doing this video? End it. Delete it all. Get off the grid. Go ahead.
I'm not denying that, but me as a human, as American, as a fucking patriot, my voice can be served better in my fucking community, and stretching further than that, I can reach more fucking people. I'm talking about real life. My career, my life is not ending. It's just starting. And I plan to make bigger impact in the real world.
Adam, you're 62. Okay? 61 on a good day. Nah, but you creeping up on 50, dude. Like, okay, retire. Like, how many times we gotta hear this? I'm quitting touring. I'm quitting music. I'm quitting the internet. Nah, you doing the internet. He's doing. This guy's a trash individual, bro. I truly don't respect him. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate the heck out of that. Real talk.
World that I have made here on the internet. And you guys, you got me until November. When I get home, it's time for me to get to work and be here with my family and work on being a better man, better believer in God, better father, better husband, better neighbor, better human being. And actually make a fucking change, not just talk about it.
So you admit that you've just been talking about it, capitalizing off of it, making money, benefiting from talking about it, and haven't made any change whatsoever for years. So you just admitted to being a fraud. Interesting. Very interesting. That's a sucker. Yeah, if you just let him talk long enough, he'll expose himself. Anyone who's listening to him and taking what he says as like gospel, as if it has any value, you're an nincompoop.
There'll be more videos. I will be going live. I will be active.
This nigga just said he was going to get off the internet. Now there's more videos and live streams. It's a grift. It's a grift, bro.
For the next 2 months. I love you guys. I hope I can't even say it the
So you gonna quit after the next 2 months?
way I want to, but I hope you guys understand.
Shut up. Shut your ass up. No, I don't understand. Your lying ass. Just be lying all the time. I'm lying. Just to line his pockets. I think this guy's a bozo. That's just my opinion. Here's what it is. You want to watch me live stream? Check out my other channel, BX Beast Boy Live. Should be on our homepage. Somewhere. Somewhere it should be up there. I said, I thought y'all was calling him a gutless patriot. I was about to start laughing. We would never understand Adam. Yeah, nah, he's a crybaby. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna scroll up. Yeah, this nigga said he was gonna retire, bro. Like, he's always retiring. Yeah, he's weaponizing Charlie, 100%. Which is nasty. Weaponizing Charlie Kirk's passing away. Disgusting. Pretty sure Adam doxed himself using his real name. Word, though. Word. So what is he talking about? I said, dude is grifting harder than Tom McDonald. That's wild. It's very narcissistic, in my opinion. Yeah, he's a foul individual. He don't actually care about none of the stuff that he talks about. Or sells, rather. He was a bozo. I said, did I hear it right? Then you heard it. Retired equal hiding. Now, what is he hiding from? That's the real question. Say gutless works. Yeah, he is gutless. Gutless losers. But it is what it is. That's my opinion. Let's see. I got some other stuff we could check out too, but it's more so on the social commentary side of things. But let's look into mine. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have a rant before we switch and do other joints. The hate that's been going after Ryan Upchurch, or I should say hate group that's been going after Upchurch, is disgusting in multiple ways, in levels, right? And we're going to be absolutely honest and say who's funding this hate group and promoting them doing nasty things and going after Ryan Upchurch. and his family. It's Adam Calhoun. You got Justin Slime and the whole other loser brigade, right? That's underneath these rappers. The ones that even when they're on a song, it still gets no more views than if they weren't on the song. Now you got a song with 5 different rappers. That shit touched 40,000 for the music. Anyway, that's low as up. That's beyond falling off. But they see people like Ryan Upchurch being who he is, going against the industry, standing up for not only himself, but people who don't want to be a part of the nastiness, the demonic energy, all the fraud behavior, that don't want to be a part of the grift. And he speaks up for those people and refuses to bend a knee. The nasty brigade, the losers, the bare minimum guys, because they only do the bare minimum and we actually take the time to, get good at their craft. Just grift and try to include themselves in certain genres so they could sell records. This nigga Adam Calhoun admitted that he wasn't country, but then said he gonna come out with a second country album. They don't respect y'all. They think the audience or the people are idiots. They could put a whole costume on and pretend to be something they're not. And because Upchurch calls it out, even if he doesn't literally, he would still be calling it out by him being true to himself and just being real as hell. His energy calls it out within himself. But then he also calls it out too as well. They can't stand that. They want him to bend the knee, be a part of the nastiness that they're doing and creating, or else. And they're willing to go as low as possible. Say the nastiest things, do the nastiest things. Be searching for him, literally say that they're looking for him, and because they don't have his address, he's hiding from them. But then claim like 24 hours later, he's doxing us. It's not safe. What kind of bullcrap? You're lying. Lying your ass up. And then you back people, these nasties that don't even need to have their names mentioned, who are out here slandering and trying to cause harm to Upchurch. You're fully back them in all the doxing that they're doing, but among other things, and then cry that it's happening to you, even though I think you're lying. I don't think it's happening to you. It's just like hypocritical, and also shows that that one side over there in particular doesn't have any actual morals at all. They're quick to use these values to sell things or as weapons to attack people. But when you ask them to actually stand on it themselves, stand on your morals, be genuine. Call out the other people that you are against, right? When it comes to this, you against doxing? Call out the people that dox people in your name, that dox people to get your pat on the back, because they're really losers that want your approval for whatever reason. Call them out if you truly stood on that. Unless you were just using this as a tactic to sell tickets for tours and trying to use Upchurch as an excuse or even scapegoat for you just lacking integrity, for you engaging in demonic things. Like I'm telling you, the internet is the new Hollywood. That joint is everywhere. Everywhere, bro. And there are certain people like that Adam Calhoun's or the Tom McDonald's that they say that they pro-independence and going against that stuff, but in reality, They're with that. They're with it. They're a part of it. They are industry. Industry has changed to where you don't have to actually be signed to be a part of the industry. Tom McDonald's telling people he got the top executives on his phone. Why? Why? Because, I don't know, y'all working your plan together. You over here say that you're independent, anti-industry, then push that people should sign. That's weird. It's strange as hell to me. In the book 1984, right, they even tell you how there's going to be people that they will position near you. They might even dress like you. It's a costume. It's something that they'll use in order to get your guard down, get information, and then they'll bring that information to Big Brother. It's a disgusting, disgusting place within the music industry, even in the independent scene. And I'm definitely going to be calling it out. I don't like the stuff that's going on, all the attacks on Upchurch, all the attacks on people who like Upchurch who are content creators, and even the supporters, the audience. You're blocking people when they don't share the same opinion that they hate Upchurch, right? Or that you think that they should hate Upchurch. They don't share that opinion. Now you're having them blocked. You're harassing them. Motherfuckers are stalking people. This shit is strange. But that is just my personal opinion. You know what I mean? It's just my personal opinion. He said, BX, I know you're modest and don't like drawing attention to yourself, but because you support Upchurch, they're also the same hate group going at you and your family. Yeah, these people are foul. And they're doing that to try to like scare me or intimidate me into not speaking up for Upchurch or calling it out when I see people going after him with a lot of bull crap. They're trying to intimidate me, and that shit don't work. Right? There are certain creators that have disappeared from creating content, right? And they were creators that were calling out that other side's bullcrap. It's because they were getting threatened. People were going after their family. That shouldn't even be a thing, bro. But then that side, they gonna play victim. Don't act like they never did nothing to us. Because we're honest, because we're real, because we're actually practicing what we preach. We're not down with all the nastiness that they're doing. And I'm telling you, fam, as much as I look into things like whether it's the Bible, Team Jesus over there, I'm Team Jesus, or philosophy, I will see people saying the same things of whenever you're walking that true path, all the people that's on that demonic, nasty side are going to try to take you down. They are going to put that thing and even try to say that you're the person that's ruining everything. When you just chill, stand to yourself, they will try to take you down. Whether it's Upchurch, me, you guys, because y'all real as hell, they'll try to take you down. I say don't let them have it. Don't let them have it. Don't let it happen. I think I kind of combined both words. Whichever thing. Don't let it rock. That's just my personal opinion. And shout outs to Upchurch for always being real and never backing down to these losers. Like it's nasty the way that they'll try to use him and paint him as a villain so they can sell records. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Reach. I appreciate you guys. Word up, Jody. That's facts. Yeah. Adam and his crew are just soft as hell. I'll never be able to respect them. Never be able to respect them. All right, let's check out these other videos we got. It's a few joints we gonna check out. Just regular social commentary or just commentary in general. Yeah, how loud that damn train is. I'm thinking I was on the train. I'm thinking I was on that train. Oh yeah. I've been experimenting with like blending the topics up during streams. Usually I'll keep them separate. Like I'll do my music topics and then I'll cover my other stuff on different streams. But lately I've just been doing them in the same stream. Right? I think there's people that watch me for both channels, so I don't see why not. What could be the pain in it? Or the harm. I think it could be the harm in it. Not that hard to comprehend. Facts. Right. Jody said the same thing multiple times. They're choosing not to listen to you. I didn't hear that. You've read though, right? You could read. I'm seeing Jody say, hey, there's mad videos. Go watch them. But I just came in. Glad I don't pay attention to shit like that. And I got some amazing people to moderate for me. Hey, what's up, FB? How you doing? You guys see your name and these niggas is losers. Biggs, how you doing? All right, let's get to the next topics. What's going on, y'all? About to check out this video about Hasan. Seems like he might be panicking. We're going to check it out from a channel by the name of More Pegasus. All right, let's get into it.
So awesome. I can't.
Don't forget, if you want to watch me live stream, you can check me out on my other channel, BX Beast Boy Live. You can probably find it on my homepage. I got it somewhere on my YouTube channel. All right, let's get it. See what's going down with loser Hasan. That is crazy. Is that evil over there when we talk about Hasan? Nigga, that the lights went out?
Can't believe it's free. In today's video, Hasan is playing victim again, crying about being banned on Twitch for 1 day. He's calling Elon Musk a slop tuber for calling him out. Hasan is now claiming that all his incitements to violence were actually high IQ metaphors. He now thinks that everyone calling him out is funded by Israel. Wow. His own chatters are calling him a massive hypocrite. Local degenerate and lunatic streamer Destiny is saying he wants to genocide all conservatives, calling them evil. He's saying they should be afraid of being killed in public. He's now being called out on Piers Morgan for making fun of Charlie Kirk's death and mocking his grieving wife. Subscribe or you're stuck.
I might have did a whole nother intro if I knew that was going down in there.
In an elevator.
I might split this up.
With Hasan and Destiny. You're cool. Alexa, give me a synonym for invertebrate. What's that? Jellywig?
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin with Hasan playing victim again.
Hey, don't forget to subscribe over here too.
This time he's crying about being banned on Twitch in the past. Keep in mind this was a 24-hour ban on his day off, which was basically a holiday. Hasan claims he's been banned on Twitch more than your favorite edgy streamer. So basically, a chatter calls him out for glazing the terrorist group Hamas, and he responds.
Also, once again, I've been banned more times than all of your favorite fucking edgy streamers. So that's what's hilarious about this process, where people will be like, you just get slaps on the wrist, bro. I get banned more than your favorite fucking gamers that love using gamer words and shit. Okay.
Right, so I think he's talking about Tectone or Asmon here. Hasan, you were banned 4 times in the last 6 years, and none of them have lasted longer than a week. You absolute fucking liar. That's the point. None of these
Yeah. This thing is full of it. Hasan's one of their favorites when it comes to streaming on the Twitch platform. Right? This nigga is full of it. Straight full of it. I've been banned more than Cap. I'm calling Cap. Real talk. But I'm not really a Hasan fan in general. I could just see the type of actions he'd be doing. I could see the way he moves. And he's a champagne socialist too as well. Said pretty good BX. They switched me to the night shift, so I'm finishing up my workout before work, leg day. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I need to get back in the gym ASAP. Work on leg day. I think a lot of people focus on it enough when they lifting weights. I would love to get back in the weightlifting. I feel like it's been a while.
You guys, but I think it's finally time.
This is a different video than what we.
bans are actually serious. They are a slap on the wrist just so you can use this pathetic defense. Also, who are you talking to? Not even your brainwashed cult followers are falling for this bullshit. We all know you got Twitch CEO Dan Clancy in your pocket, all the Twitch staff, Omega Hasan Glazers who literally wish you happy birthday. I don't even want him banned anymore. He needs to be arrested for promoting terrorism and inciting violence. Even a permaban is not enough at this point. Tectone responds, Hasan, me calling your lord friend Hijabba the Hutt fat got me banned longer than you've ever been banned on your history of this platform. Shut the frick up, you fraud. If any of your audience fact checked that shit spewing out of your mouth, you wouldn't have a career. And he's attached this image of all
What's going on with Tectone too? I ain't seen him stream in a little while.
The Hasan bans starting from August 2020, and it's literally just 4 bans, 7 days, 23 hours, 1 day. And this guy's crying about that over 6 years. Can you even consider 1 day bans? Not really. I mean, it's usually on his day off. It's like coordinated and shit so he can take his vacation in peace. Anyways, moving on to Elon Musk trying to get Hasan banned and arrested. Elon Musk responds to a tweet saying Hasan is inciting violence, paging Jeff Bezos. Hasan responds, the richest dude on the planet spends most of his time on his social media website fomenting white supremacist hatred, trying to spark race riots, while highlighting out-of-context clip compilations to imply a leftist Twitch streamer should be deplatformed or worse.
First of all, that sounds almost like what you be doing. Except for you'll be trying to get right people to deplatform. If you hate the platform so much, why you want it?
So dumb. Rich dude spends most of his time on social media, tries to spark a race war, highlights out of context clip to deplatform people. Didn't he just perfectly describe himself?
I didn't even know they was going to say that. Yeah. So that's what he do. That's who he is. That's crazy.
As usual, Hasan, the premium projector worth at least $10,000. So Elon posts this meme. They're all Nazis and they're like in school or college. They're all Nazis on TV. They're all Nazis in like culture, and they're all Nazis and somebody actually takes it in their own hands, right? And you know, this is kind of true. Basically, if you brand the other side as literal Nazis, of course, somebody is going to take it into their own hands. So Hasan responds calling Elon Musk a slop tuber. You can't, bro.
Why hasn't he banned you on Twitter then? I don't even want to test that because he's so petty he would. You know what I mean? He is so petty he would do that. And I still use Twitter as a primary mode of communication. So I don't want him to get any ideas. But yeah, it's the same principle behind like he's like a slop tuber. Okay. He's like a fucking slop tuber. On the one hand,
listen, simpleton. Hasan just be saying stuff, bro. Hasan just be saying stuff. It don't even have to make sense. As long as it like goes along with his woke ass opinion and woke ass audience, he's cool with that. And so Hasan thinks he's a really tough guy, threatening conservatives. I saw him throw kicks. Yeah, he can't kick for nothing. Maybe Hasan would beat Dusty Hat. That's not an accomplishment. beating up Dusty Hat, that's not an accomplishment in any way. Dusty Hat is light work. Dusty Hat can't do nothing. Right? Don't let the weightlifting fool you. And of course, I'm talking about video games, guys. Video games. I don't condone any acts of violence or any bullying or harassment. And we're watching this for educational purposes.
What do slop tubers do? Well, they'd be like, Hasan is a terrorist. On the other hand, they'd be like, he has a nice car and he's a socialist. It's like, these two things don't make sense. Like, am I a terrorist or am I like a fake socialist? And also, are you a real socialist? Do you see what I mean? These guys love being like, this is a dangerous radical who must be deplatformed off of Twitch, but he's also literally he's fine to be on the platform, but he's dangerous and should be deplatformed on Twitch.
Okay, what the actual heck did he just say there? Any Hasan fans watching, please decipher what logic he just used there, because I swear to God, that made 0 sense. This guy's brain is actually fried. Right, so
he's just saying stuff. Like, you don't even gotta make sense, I'm telling you. Right? He just has like a woke handbook. He's like, okay, what I do say, what I don't.
when he says slop tubers, he's mostly picturing.
I think the reason people compare Charlie Kirk and other conservatives to Mustache Man isn't because they really believe it, it's because it gives them an excuse to justify violence.
Facts. Facts. And thank you for the support. I appreciate the heck out of that, FB. Facts. Yeah, 100%. Because it's so outrageous and it's a false equivalency, right? For them to even do so. They're just trying to justify all their nasty actions and things that they are saying and doing by comparing him to the most extreme. And yeah, I don't like that. You hit that on it now. That's exactly what they're doing. Like, every time I hear them say that, I'm like, what has Charlie Kirk done that could even be in any way, shape, or form compared to Mustache Man? And no one would be able to answer from that side. Because he ain't do nothing like that but say his opinion and invite the opportunity for people to debate or even have a conversation to disagree with him. They're like, nope, nah, we gotta compare him to Mustache Man. It's just so they could justify all the nasty things they're doing.
His head, we all know he's watching every episode. He somehow knows exactly everything I say in every video.
Thank you again for
yet
the support.
He's terrified to
Thank you again for the support, FP.
Actually say my name, because then his audience might actually check out the videos and find out that he's a colossal fraud. But yeah, just to clarify, I have never once in the entire series ever called him a terrorist. Not once. I called you someone who supports terrorists, an objectively true fact that I've provided plenty of evidence for. I said that you advocate violence. Another...
Yeah, the nerve to call dude Luffy for One Piece. Oh, that's disrespectful. You know, that's so disrespectful, bro.
Objectively true fact. So you see, my world is actually based on actual reality and facts, and this guy just fights against random hypotheticals that he made up in his head. Right, so people are pointing out the obvious. The funny thing about Hasan is that he's 100 times more openly violent, openly hateful, clearly unhinged, and wildly anti-Semitic than Charlie Kirk. But he's on Team Blue, so they put up with it and platform him in the New York Times. And somebody pointed out the landlord's clip. 100% true. Hasan was a million times worse than Charlie, but he's okay because apparently he's on the right side there. He has the approved politics on Twitch, so he faces no consequences. Now,
which is nasty. And true. Yeah. That's how they treat it.
People are pointing out the Hezbollah clip. Hasan Piker sitting at a table with an LGBTQ flag with his gay friend as well says, overall, my favorite flag is Hezbollah. This is progressivism today. A guy in a tank top in the West praising a terror group that executes gay people right in front of a pride flag. Pretty much sums up the hypocrisy. Quick refresher for the new people to the series.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah. Hezbollah. Look it up.
Oh. It's got an AK on it and a fucking hand holding it up.
Wow, son.
Or
we might have to cut this.
We're behind the paywall. It's fine.
It was in fact not fine. This is the progressive Hasan, by the way. Truly a hypocrite at his core. So Hasan responded, basically coping, saying that none of this is true.
Hold on, where is it? Breaking. Numerous clips of Hasan Piker calling on his viewers to kill right-wingers are going viral. None of this is true. incitement to murder, he says. And
I
also,
believe it.
if that was true, I would go to jail, which is, of course, who knows? I mean, maybe the Trump administration will get their hands on this and go, well, this clip out of context is enough for us to take action. Who knows? And if you see it in the wild, you can like correct people if you want. Could you sue for slander? No, dude, it doesn't work that way. Please stop. Yeah. Elon Musk has now on 4 different occasions demanded or reposted like Dan Stalkman, and is now trying, is adding Jeff Bezos to try to get me banned.
If you're saying that they're lying and they're slandering you, you would be able to sue, right? Or Archibald?
Not good. Dude, this is not like some low motion like Elon Musk highlighting this. This has got 91,000 likes, bro. It's got millions, 6.2 million views. It's the classic, my ideological enemies are incapable of engaging in metaphor. That's just never the case. They are unable to engage in metaphor. They will never be able to engage in metaphor. He must mean everything literally, right? That's what they do all the time. And that's precisely what's going on here as well.
Yes, it was a metaphor, guys. You know, when he explicitly said that they should K Rick Scott, yeah, that was a metaphor. You see, when he angrily says the word kill, he doesn't actually mean kill, guys. That's his metaphor, obviously. When he says the phrase murder those motherflippers, it's actually a metaphor.
Watching this for educational purposes too, guys.
Or for the political and economic state of the world right now, guys. It was out of context, of course. Hasan, when he's on trial, speaking to a judge, it was, Your Honor, it was out of context, of course. Now, what exactly is the context? Well, he'll never tell you that. You have to watch all of his streams.
Damn context. He just be making it up, being nasty, and then he'll lie as if there was further context when there's not. No.
Till the end of time to figure out the context right there. And the thing is, you can actually tell he's legitimately getting scared because now very powerful people have been alerted to him. And it's not just quote unquote slop tubers, but he did just call Elon Musk a slop tuber. So I don't know. Also, I love how he said, I would be in jail if this was true. And then immediately says, okay, guys, I might go to jail because of the Trump administration, but I'm still right, guys. Even if I go to jail, this is political terrorism or something. So he actually understands that it's very possible that he could get arrested now. Buddy, you know what? You just keep yapping. You know, please F around some more. Give us some more clips because I can't wait till you find out. So anyways, he continues alting. Projector VMAX 10,000 here says that people are not interested in the truth.
People don't care. They're not. What? You can only convince someone who is actually invested in the truth. If they're not invested in the truth, and this is not something that they're interested in at all, they're just like angry and they're looking for a target that they find to be appropriate, you're never going to be able to, like, you might be able to convince your parents who are just like, oh, I heard this guy that you're watching has said a bunch of violent stuff. You can have a conversation with them and be like, that's not the case. Here's why it's out of context. He's speaking metaphorically, blah, blah, blah. But like to the average onlooker online who has already established their worldview, who are just literally not reasoning, who are not listening to reason whatsoever.
There's some people, not all.
They're angry. They're looking for a valid target. I happen to be the most visible target that they can launch their endless anger towards.
Yeah, Hasan complaining about being targeted is crazy. Just another reminder.
That's why he do nothing but target people all day.
This guy called Ethan's wife, Ela, a valid military target, called her a baby killer terrorist, who is a valid target. Basically, advocating violence, saying that, it would be right if somebody took her out, right? That's the implication. Nasty. And now, here he is crying about the fact that he might actually be a target now. Also, this guy talking about the truth. Holy shit. This is the guy calling the Charlie Kirk shooter a right-wing conservative MAGA guy, by the way. The guy living with his trans partner and lover, furry enjoyer, notices bulge ooh-woo guy who uses anti-fascist terminology, the Bella Ciao song used by Antifa. Literally his own mother, own family, and friends said he's a heavily left-wing radical. He wrote a message saying, I want to protect you, my love, to his trans partner. And he obviously thought Charlie was a transphobe and wanted to take him out. He also said, I had enough of his hatred. Very ironic, by the way.
And mind you, there's people that are trying to say like, oh, he was raised by conservatives and this had nothing to do with any other. Come on, bro. Come on. That's why I chuckled when they're saying all these details. It's like, yeah. we knew what was popping. We knew, as much as these people would just like to try to smear Charlie Kirk and try to make it seem as if this wasn't just clear demonic and disgusting energy, and try to like justify all this shit. Ain't no way to justify none of that.
Boy.
This shit was nasty, bro.
This guy killed the most effective conservative activist in a generation. But no, he's a right-wing conservative. He was a MAGA grifter, actually. He's probably an Asmongold fan, obviously. They're actually trying...
That's what they're trying to do and present it as. That's crazy.
To push this narrative. It's actually ridiculous. Mr. Nobody is interested in the truth denies reality in front of his fucking face, dude. Hasan, you have never been interested in the truth. You are a disgusting, self-admitted propaganda machine. And it's not just him doing this. Jimmy Kimmel just said the same shit. Every news outlet, ABC, parroting the exact same shit. And it is disgusting. Like, people want to know the truth, not whatever cherry-picked political agenda you have. Right, so then he says he's being harassed as part of a broader plan by Israel to undermine him. This guy's brain is so cooked.
I mean, they have a pretty sophisticated network of harassment that even journalists have written about at this point. Like Bloomberg wrote an article about it. There's only one country's troll operations and troll farms that will take it to that level, and that country is Israel. And I think we all know, I am an op to the state of Israel. So they will use their sophisticated influence peddling operation to elevate Gamergate style harassment campaigns and like,
of course it was Israel all along. Brother, first he said that Trump administration is paying slop tubers to criticize him. Slop tubers who happen to be in different countries, by the way, which he conveniently ignores. Then he basically says Israel is funding all his detractors. Buddy, what? Dude, you are so brain rotted. It's actually insane. This one guy...
Son, just be talking, bro. I'm telling you, he never makes sense. He just says whatever.
Conflict has taken over your entire brain. The copium, man. It's like a narcissist through and through. It's impossible for anyone to dislike me. It must be Israel paying them to call me a terrorist supporter, not people using their own eyes and ears. So then a chatter calls him out for being a hypocrite. Basically, they wanted him to give some explanation for his clips advocating violence, and he says that, I don't need to do that. I already did that, bro.
You can be so obnoxiously hypocritical. You say people don't care about the truth, so they won't listen, but then say you stream on here to change those people's minds just so you don't want to make those videos anymore. No, dumbass. I already have made those videos. My point is, there are always going to be some who just don't want to see it or don't want to hear it. What the f*** wrong with you? How is that obnoxiously hypocritical? I just said I already have done those videos. And it doesn't work. Do you find yourself as divisive? Yes, of course I find myself as divisive.
Want everyone
Are you kidding me?
Thing.
Dude, there are a decent number of people in this country who believe the most demented shit. Obviously, I'm going to say certain things that they find to be ridiculous.
Yes, Hasan fans are the demented people who believe the unhinged shit. That is the disappointing thing. Again, once again, perfectly described.
Facts, though. Hasan himself. Demented as hell.
Himself and his fan base. Buddy, you know what? Go to the local Walmart, check yourself in. You would go for at least $15,000. I've never seen a projector of this capacity. Bro, he's been projecting for years. Truly impressive capacity, battery capacity right here. Such clear picture. HD actually. Anyways, moving on to a man who makes Hasan look normal, Destiny. Reminder, this is the degenerate freak who admits he finds 15-year-olds hot and finds it very hard to not sleep with them.
There are 15-year-old chicks that are like hottest that will like...
Crazy. Wow, listen, we're gonna make that a different segment. That's whoa. That's Navy wildin'. We'll check that out. But listen, let's keep it. Hasan is wildin' out here in these streets. He is truly bugged out, man. One of the many reasons why I can't rock with him. If you want to watch me live stream, check out my live stream channel. It should be linked on my homepage. Damn, that threw me off. That was crazy. Yeah, that came out of nowhere. We gonna go back to it though. Yikes. The Jimmy Kimmel is trash. I don't watch him. I only watch Conan when it comes to late night. That's what I prefer. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Let's get into that video and see what the hell he's talking about. Let's get into that portion. Well, actually, it's a while, man. What's going on, guys? We about to check out a video about Destiny from More Pegasus. I got a feeling it's about to get crazy. Out the gate, it's about to be wild. Let's see what's going down, man. I didn't even start the video. I'm already befuddled. Man. Alright, let's see what's up.
To a man who makes Hasan look normal, Destiny. Reminder, this is the degenerate freak who admits he finds 15-year-olds hot and finds it very hard to not sleep with them.
There are 15-year-old chicks that are like hot as that will like try to send you pictures to like fuck you at events and shit, and it's like you have to be really careful when you navigate that.
Here he is talking about conservatives.
This nigga's wild. He's wilding to the fullest extent. I think this guy is crazy. But I've always known that Destiny was a degenerate. I definitely always known. Like this nigga is nasty. Destiny is foul.
Breaking, Stephen Bonnell, also known as Destiny, calls for conservatives to be killed more often so they will be afraid to attend events or speak out.
Out the crime statistics?
What?
Not exactly like...
You need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events so that they look to their leadership to turn down the temperature. The issue is right now, they don't feel like there's any fear. Like, I don't know. It's like memes. It's just memes to everybody, I guess. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't care. I'm playing video games. Okay, I'm done today. I don't give a fuck. God, it's gonna be so fucking gay if I get killed in the next fucking 2 months of shit I'm doing.
What's wrong with this nigga? He good? Yeah, well, we know he ain't good. This nigga's evil as hell. A lot of demonic behavior going down. This nigga sounds nuts. Yo, from the gate, this video got like it got me befuddled. Like this nigga is a nasty person.
Well, the cuck shit out here. Please don't anybody make any actual fucking the most cucked weak ass fucking bullshit ass speeches on my side. God, if it happens, holy shit, I'm gonna make a death note before I go out.
Okay, before I address anything, Destiny calling anyone cucked is hilarious. Buddy, you are an actual cuck, Mr. Open Relationship.
Literally.
What are you even talking about? Second off, I love how he just short-circuited there. He realized that, oh shit, I just said something insane. And he just paused like, oh, oopsie, I'm gonna go play games now, guys. You need
I think Hasan is also upset because Charlie Kirk took him to school in a debate about capitalism a few years ago.
That definitely could be it. 100%. And he's just being petty and holding on to the grudge and being nasty. Yeah, 100%. 100%. And thank you for the support, FB. I appreciate the heck out of that. But yeah, he got school. He holding on to that. 100%.
Need conservatives to be afraid of getting killed when they go to events. That should be the end of this man on every platform. Think before you sleep responds. Is that the guy with illegal material on his computer?
Facts. Let's get to that. We Destiny act like that didn't happen. He was over here sending it to other YouTubers recently. Yeah, that nigga's a degenerate.
Saying that there should be political assassinations, I'm sure this shocks no one. He did say 914 in the lower right corner. Was this from yesterday? Please, someone arrest this PDF file. Destiny clearly wants conservatives dead. He was mocking Charlie Kirk's wife after his death. He refused to condemn the assassination. Complete unhinged lunatic here. He's done it before, in fact. Here he is saying how much he hates conservatives and how political violence is actually okay.
You genuinely do hate conservatives, don't you?
Very much so. I've moved full on to like the political violence level or the real violence level when it comes to conservative people. Yeah, I think they need to be like excised from my fucking country. I think they are demonstrably fucking evil people by any moral system that most people would use. And then I just hate them because they tend to destroy.
And then you hear the way he says it too. It's like with so much hate in his heart. Like, ugh. You know, he says it with so much hate in his heart. Like, so much hate. Like, that shit sounds nasty as hell. Oh.
What you and I are doing going live. Making videos is the future of entertainment TV and streaming internet services. We're pioneering the future, and it's more important than ever. We stick together.
Well, I do definitely agree with that making videos and streaming was going to be predominantly entertainment's main focus within media. I think people already currently watch YouTube and live streaming and videos more than they watch cable, television, all of that. So I 100% do agree. I appreciate the heck out of that. Want to make sure I pronounce it correct. Is it Zax Tech Media? Appreciate the heck out of the support. Thank you. And thank you again, FB2 as well. But yeah, I do think that the internet streaming and content creation in general, when it comes to online, is the main source of entertainment. I know I watch the internet and like content creators and things like that streaming way more than I watch like TV shows and whatnot. 100%. Thank you again for the support. I wanted to make sure I pronounced the first part of the name correctly. Zax. I'm not mistaken. Thank you again.
Destroy the outcomes related to this country, which is what I'm concerned with. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, so you're not the evil person, it's everybody else. The man who literally admitted he wants political violence is not the evil person. This guy is more demented than Hasan, and that's actually an achievement, man. Anyways, it gets worse. Here he calls for a genocide of conservatives.
I think they're both pretty damn demented.
I'm ready for the great cleansing, dude.
Personally.
Cleansing?
The cleansing.
What cleansing?
When we genocide conservatives in this country.
Are you going to be out in the streets with your Glock?
Maybe. I gotta go back to Nebraska and grab it.
Yeah, I wonder what would happen if somebody on the right said that about liberals. They'd probably pull that clip up after they die and say they deserved it because they said that, right? Because they advocated for violence and death. Dude, this is insane how you can say this and get away with it. And I'm sure there's going to be the lunatic Destiny fans in the comments like, it's all out of context. It's all out of context. He didn't actually think the 15-year-old was out. It was out of context. The only thing more pathetic than a Hasan fan.
I seen the full clip. That was not out of context. Destiny's about that type of life.
Has got to be a Destiny fan. How do you defend this man? I just do not understand, brother. He could legitimately commit murder in broad daylight and you'd still be like, Destiny, my queen! Get a grip, bro. Holy shit. He's an unhinged lunatic, bro. He's admitting it. Holy.
The entire world would be better off if these people were permanently removed from these platforms. Like, there is no downside and only upside to see people like Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Tim Pool never be allowed to publicly broadcast their opinions ever again. It's exclusively bad stuff that happens.
Right. I don't know about those people or what they've said, but if they've said anything like what you've said, Destiny, then yeah, they deserve.
Candace for sure. Someone out of the people that they just named that I watch ain't never said nothing as crazy as what Destiny be saying or done. Nothing as crazy as what Destiny be saying. Hell no. No. Yeah.
Of that too. It's just hilarious. This Candace guy is talking, buddy. You are a psycho.
Candace Owens just drops that hot fire knowledge. That's all she doing, keeping it real. I rock with Candace. I like that she's always seeking the truth.
path, you want all conservatives dead. You'll laugh at people getting murdered and assassinated, and you make jokes about kids dying. You mock grieving widows. You also have plenty of documented PDF file behavior. You need to be locked up ASAP. Moving on to Destiny getting called out on Piers Morgan. He's having an absolute...
I do think they need to look into him. And I know that a lot of people say that on the internet and just throw accusations out there. This nigga sent the actual stuff, like the photos and video, to other creators recently. This stuff that's on his hard drives. I think that needs to be looked into. That's what. This nigga's weird. Yeah, no. He goes way too far.
Meltdown.
Death when Erica Kirk posted Charlie's coffin. You responded, she tagged him, brackets, crying face emojis. In response to Alina Haber's tweet ordering people to fly their flags a half-mast in memory of Charlie, you posted on X buying flags and poles just to fly them fully erect. And you then posted yesterday, ending every conservative debate call out I'd do in 2026 with "Don't dodge, bro." That's not what Charlie would have wanted.
Wow.
Do you think that your response to the cold-blooded murder of Charlie Kirk has been appropriate?
You know, this nigga's a sicko. He's a sicko. I had no idea he was wilding out like this. No idea. Wow. Yeah, Destiny's nasty.
Yes. I think that the only way this country moves forward into a better world is when conservatives can finally realize that they need to turn the temperature down on their side. If you wanted Charlie Kirk to be alive, Donald Trump shouldn't have been president for the second term.
What is wrong with you? Okay, so the mask is fully off then.
This nigga's disgusting. Wow. So you're saying that this deserved to happen? Or that this was deserved in general? Because of who people voted for? Because they disagree with you? That's really what it is. You're saying because people disagree with you politically, that they deserve. This nigga is filthy. That's a nasty man right there. Among other reasons. But that's pretty nasty. That's pretty damn sick, dude. Like, what the hell? Just because you disagree with somebody, bro? I think that's extreme. I don't think disagreeing with somebody is like enough for you to wish for that to happen. What happened to Charlie Kirk was tragic, foul, disgusting. It was uncalled for. Just everything about it was just horrible. And you're like, well, you shouldn't have voted for Trump. The fuck? That sets a nasty standard, bro.
He just admitted that it's okay to assassinate conservative figures because Trump is president and he just hates him so much.
Yeah,
dude, what is wrong with you? Like, I don't like Trump. I think he's a degenerate. He's defending PDF files with the whole list situation. But I don't want people I disagree with killed because I have basic morality. If you can't condemn murder in general, you have lost your soul. You have lost...
I think that list might be above the president's pay grade. I think a lot of people are not thinking about that necessarily. Whoever's on that list is more powerful. It's just didn't. Whoever we can send try to get the list. Like, that's what I think. Right? I do think it should come out though. Somehow, some way. But yeah.
Any argument you want to have with anyone, and you just become a dangerous sociopath who lacks any semblance of human emotion. So then Destiny calls the shooter a conservative MAGA guy. This is the intelligent debater who speaks on facts, by the way. Can't even admit reality in front of his fucking face.
Who shot Charlie Kirk?
A guy from Utah who was raised in a Christian family, who was a 22-year-old
guy
white
described.
dude. He wasn't trans. He didn't have a trans girlfriend. He didn't have any trans influences. He didn't have any trans bullets. Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys were wrong on all of that.
Destiny, do you actually live in fantasy land? It is
not true.
100% confirmed by the FBI, by his family, by all available reporting, his group chats, everything. I'm hoping this was recorded.
Yeah, like this nigga Destiny, he looks at Wikipedia and thinks he has all the information. And it's sad that there's people that actually will listen to this bull crap. They'll sit there and really be like, oh yeah, he cooking. I'm not cooking. He don't even know what he's talking about. A few days ago, when I talked about the situation, my exact words was, and I think it was more than a few days, but when it happened, I remember saying, I don't want to speak on that part necessarily because we don't have all the details. Let's give it some time. Once it's been confirmed, then I'll speak on it. Why the hell does Destiny not have that common sense? Or shit, let alone a lot of these woke YouTubers. They'll just come on here and just argue and go back and forth about stuff that they do not know about. It's okay to be like, I don't know. But you're going to come out here with such confidence and then sound like an idiot. It's just crazy. And I bet he won't take accountability
Beforehand, but maybe not. I'm sure he'll deny it even after, because Hasan and all these mainstream outlets, they see the evidence in front of them and they purposely deny it because they want to push a certain agenda, and it's so disgusting. Just tell us the facts. I don't care if it looks bad on your group or whatever the hell it is. Tell me what actually happened. People are interested in the truth. The mental gymnastics you have to do to convince people that this guy was a conservative, hardcore Trump fan, and he decided to kill the guy recruiting the most amount of people to the conservative movement. Like, not even the craziest fucking psycho will believe that, but apparently everybody is. They're like just closing their eyes and going with this narrative. It's crazy. And I have no stake in this. I'm not American. I don't give a fuck about politics. I call out both sides. This is just blatantly bullshit. You guys are so ideologically captured and so radically extreme. You have no interest in the truth. You just want to push your radical ass agenda. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Play the clip.
It's the same type of time I'm on, right? Like, I don't even define myself as super political, right? I have a lot of opinions that align on the right-leaning side. But I think I'm not a Republican. Got no hate towards Republicans in any way, shape, or form. But me myself, I'm none of that. I'm just free thinker.
Oh my God.
Robinson's mother explained that over the last year or so, Robinson had become more political and had started to lean more to the left, becoming more pro-gay and trans rights oriented. She stated that Robinson began to date his roommate, a biological male who was transitioning genders. This resulted in several discussions with family members, but especially between Robinson and his father, who have very different political views. In one conversation before the shooting, Robinson mentioned that Charlie Kirk would be holding an event at UVU, which Robinson said was a stupid venue for the event. Robinson accused Kirk of spreading hate. When asked why he did it, Robinson explained there is too much evil and the guy, referring to Charlie Kirk, spreads too much hate.
He spreads hate, literally shoots the guy. All right, buddy. The worst part is that Hasan and Destiny's audience all agree unanimously. Like, this shooter is a right-wing MAGA conservative guy. Like,
it's because they are agreeing to spread propaganda. This shit is they're worse than CNN. That shit is on here spreading false information so they can just get their agenda off. It's clear as day what they're doing. Wow. Yeah, this is nasty.
You have to have the most fucking brainworms, dude. Including every mainstream media and late night show host, except obviously a few, right? The gaslighting going on is so crazy. I have never, ever seen anything like it. It's like they don't want to see the truth. It's crazy. So anyways, Piers Morgan points out the obvious and the actual facts of the case.
To be clear, the governor of Utah, Spencer Cox, has made it clear that their investigation has now established that he had been radicalized by a leftist ideology, which drove him to do this. That's just
I'm sorry, excuse me, when?
Yesterday, he said that. the governor.
No. When was he radicalized? In the 6 months that he did remote college? Not
I don't know when he was radicalized, but I do know.
What you just said
I do
is not
know
true.
the very reasonable sounding governor of Utah has made it clear that the
he hasn't made it
you may
clear.
not want
he
to
said
hear
this is an
this.
ongoing investigation.
You may not want to.
He's just literally running from facts. Look at my man Andrew Wilson, chilling. That's a cool dude right there, man. I rock with him. But yeah, this nigga Destiny is delusional. Even when facts are being told to him, he's like, no, it's not true. Didn't happen. Just whatever he could say to get his agenda off, huh?
I hear it, Destiny. But the reality is the investigators, according to the governor of Utah, have established that he was radicalized to a leftist ideology that drove him to murder Charlie Kirk. Now, let me just ask you.
That's just not true.
Let me just ask
no
you.
way to deal with it.
Okay,
You're living
you're
in a
accusing the governor of lying.
fantasy.
That's your prerogative. But if it turns out to have been somebody with a leftist ideology who wanted to shut up Charlie Kirk, would you condemn that?
I won't condemn anything until the president of the United States can go on air and say, all of us need to calm down.
Destiny, I have a question for you. Why do you think in your campaign for everyone to dial down the temperature, why do you think that mocking the grieving widow of Charlie Kirk when she posts an image of her at the coffin site,
right?
Why do you think that constitutes turning down the temperature?
What Destiny say? You tech. No, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with him? This is nasty, bro. Like, what? Like, dude, like, are you even using your brain when you do any of this? Are you so, like, into the grift of the left that you just, like, I gotta get this off? He ain't the only one. There's so many of these other losers that's disrespecting Charlie Kirk and his wife. It was just foul.
You can't turn down the temperature on your own. The president of the United States is not able.
You're mocking his widow.
Already inflamed.
You're mocking his widow.
We've had multiple political assassinations over the past year. What do you mean it's turning up the temperature?
Why did you mock his widow?
Online because
why did you mock his widow?
Because she's being used as a political weapon right now for conservatives to continue.
By you.
What do you mean, wow? She's literally doing
her husband just got murdered
on email. Yeah, she's using it to drive up recruitment.
And look how angry he is as everyone's just looking at his nasty ass, like, with disgust. Like, he even made, man, Andrew drop the cigarette. You like, what he doing? Yo, Destiny is a nasty individual, bro. Like, I know I keep saying it, but it's because I mean it. Like, that's a good way to describe him. Foul. Just deviant. Yeah, this dude is just weird. It's so weird how foul they're being. It just shows that they had an agenda the whole time, bro. Even right now, the way he's like willing to ignore the truth, which is just strange.
And you can't even condemn the murder. Why can't you condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk?
Because it wasn't my side that caused it. It should be
yes,
the
it
one
was.
that is driving up
it
the
actually
rhetoric.
was your side that caused it.
Wow.
It was your side.
This guy was raised in a white Christian
He was a
household,
radicalized
in a Christian
leftist
state.
ideology.
He wasn't radicalized by leftism at all. You have no proof of that whatsoever.
That's what
Just
the
like
investigators
the one that killed
are
Melissa.
saying.
Destiny strategy. No, it's not true, guys. It's not true. This is the facts guy, the master debater. This was one of the biggest voices on the radical left alongside Hasan. Actually embarrassing. Dude, even with absolutely zero evidence, use your fucking brain. Why would a MAGA fan kill the #1 MAGA fan? Also, Destiny has memory loss here. He was raised in a conservative household and turned out to become whatever radical fuck he is now, who wants to kill all conservatives or whatever.
But then he's sitting here saying that that's impossible. He's using how the person was raised as an excuse. As he himself was raised the same way and became a radical leftist? He's saying it's impossible for someone who was raised that same way could become a radical leftist. Yo, I'm telling you, man.
So Yeah, he is literally the example of how your family could be one thing and you could be something entirely different. Listen, I don't care if you're conservative or liberal or whatever fucking label you choose. I care about the truth. And when I see people on any side blatantly deny reality and cover for people, it pisses me the heck off. It's the same reason I called out Trump, and it's the same reason I'm going to call out Hasan and Destiny. Right, so this other guy calls Destiny a cancer.
All right, Jack
Piers, you have a great example here of the type of cancer I'm talking about, where when you present direct information, they refuse, they obfuscate, they refute, they say it's not true, they lie. You could see from the bullet casings, you could see from postings, you could see from everything out there that it's very clear what happened here. This is the same people who supported President Trump almost getting assassinated twice last year, Corey Capatore being assassinated
by
last
conservatives
year in a situation. Again, see, just lies. That's all they do. They talk over. They don't even let you give a chance to speak. And something needs to be done, Piers. Something absolutely needs to be done. This ideology should be shamed, humiliated, driven from the public discourse. I mean, you've got people who have completely...
he's calmly smoking Destiny's boots right now. I don't think Destiny can handle it.
Associated with humanity, because all they care about clicks, YouTube streams, likes.
Simply condemn the murder of Charlie Kirk. And if you cannot stop yourself from mocking his grieving widow, you are sick, as I've just seen from Destiny. It's a sick
thing
mindset.
is weaponizing a widow's grief to try to do recruitment for your political party. That's probably one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen. She's showing up in emails for recruitment drives for
Destiny?
TPUSA.
What did you think the assassination of a political figure would do? What did you think the outcome was going to be? Take it easy on the Adderall, and let me answer the question that Pierce asked me.
You must have been really bullied today, I
my
guess.
behavior,
Let Anna speak, please.
Yo, Anna. What's up, Anna? I heard Anna made a switch. I didn't know she was fully going in with it. I didn't know Anna made
my behavior is not reliant on how anyone else behaves. Every morning I wake up and I make decisions about how I choose to react or respond to things. I don't wake up in the morning, check what Donald Trump has to say, and then base my own personal behavior on his behavior.
Andrew.
Destiny told his co-host, when asked point blank if he wanted the bullet to kill Trump, that the worst thing that could have happened was the bullet missing. He said this to Pisco. I watched it. Okay? This guy's an obfuscation machine.
Disgusting. That shit's like foul, dude.
And if you know what else, Destiny, why should we believe you? I think you are glad Kirk is dead. And all of your tweets seem to prove that. And you would have been happy if Trump was assassinated. You've made that very clear. So why not just be truthful for once in your fucking life and say the truth, that you don't care that Kirk is dead and you're actually probably glad he is. Isn't that really what's true?
I don't want anybody in this country to die to political violence.
That is the biggest cap I've ever heard, bro. Bro wants to genocide conservatives. Of course he wants people to be shot. How is this guy not in jail? Honestly, this guy and Hasan need to share a cell ASAP. And if you're a liberal watching this and instantly want to defend Hasan or Destiny because he's on your side, these two people have done more damage to the left than any right-winger on earth. Literally, a neutral person watching Hasan and Destiny will immediately radicalize to the right because you immediately want the opposite of whatever this brain rot is. Right, so then Piers talks about having humanity, and then he talks about the Oxford University being completely diluted now.
Israel-Hamas war. The reason I asked everybody on the pro-Palestinian side for months after the war started, do you condemn what Hamas did, is I think it was very enlightening as to the humanity of the person by how they responded. If their immediate response was, of course I do. The mass murder of civilians on October the 7th was a horrendous atrocity, then we can move on to an intellectually honest debate. If they refuse to condemn what Hamas did, it's a completely different debate. And similarly, right now, I feel if you can't condemn a lot of what the IDF are doing, frankly, it's my opinion, in Gaza, then the same thing. If you're unequivocally like, it's all fine with 20,000 plus kids being killed, then I've got a problem with that too. But I do think you've got to try and maintain in all of these debates a modicum of humanity about people who are actually being killed. And what is terrifying about the mindset of a lot of people on the woke left have seen since Charlie Kirk's death. It's the brazen glee that they're taking to his murder.
I have all sorts of disagreements with the right. That doesn't mean I'm going to dehumanize them and cheer on the slaughter of my fellow Americans because we have disagreements on politics. You wake up every morning and you decide your behavior is going to hinge on Trump.
Tell me more about the dancing Israelis and Building 7 and how the Jews all knew about.
Yo, why does he keep interrupting her like this? There's no respect in any way, shape, or form. He thinks this is debating. Like, allow her to actually say her points, dude.
9/11, they all want us to go to war in the Middle East. Yeah, of course.
President-elect of the Oxford Union, probably the most premier debating society in the world. I've done it several times myself. George Aberonye reportedly posted several. He didn't reportedly. He did post several comments in a WhatsApp group, appearing to celebrate the murder of Charlie Kirk. One said, "Charlie Kirk got shot. Let's fucking go."
Wow.
Another one was, I think, LOL. This guy is going to be the president of the Oxford Union Debating Society. And yet he is celebrating the murder of somebody he literally debated himself in the Oxford Union in May. I found that terrifying.
Yeah.
I mean, he shouldn't still be in the job, because how can you possibly be the head of a debating society when you think the way to debate with people is murder them if they don't agree with you? But again, the gleeful celebration. That is
terrifying, bro. And the fact that Destiny is sitting here co-signing that type of shit, like that's like the thing to do, is crazy, nasty as hell.
Supposedly one of the brightest students in Britain, president of the new Oxford.
Dude, colleges and universities in the West have fallen so far. This is Oxford? Are you kidding me? So even the UK is cooked, it seems. The top debate student is cheering on the death of someone he disagrees with. Like, what are they actually teaching in these schools? Dude, I remember just years ago, I wanted to go to all these prestigious universities, and thank God I did not, because I would probably be a brainwashed fucking lunatic. Instead, I chose to pursue the truth on my own here, find out what aligns with my own personal morality and stuff, and not get brainwashed by these terminally online rejects. But yeah, just a warning, be very careful where you send your kids, guys. You don't want like these lunatics brainwashing them, right? And be careful what they're watching online as well, because they might eventually convince them that murder is okay. So then Elon responds to Destiny. Elon Musk hints at Destiny facing legal consequences, possibly prison. I don't think this jackass should be banned, but Amazon should stop paying him to incite murder. That's insane. Separately, incitement to murder and domestic terrorism is a felony crime. For that, he should go to prison. He can resume streaming when he has served his term. Let him say what he wants, but then also pay the price under the law. All Twitch and Amazon and Kick and YouTube have to do is demonetize Destiny and his son and the froggins of the world, and you would see who's sincere in their politics and who is frothing up violence just for money. Elon with the target. Now click this video or you wake up.
Yeah. I think Destiny constantly crosses the line on a regular basis. This dude be wildin', bro. Straight wildin'. But tell me what your opinion is, if you feel the need to. And also, go and subscribe to my other channel where I live stream BXB Spoiler Live. You can check that on the homepage. You can find that on the homepage. Also, check me out on Patreon. See what you guys are saying. Bang ganging all day. All day. Went off to college and got radicalized. They want to ignore it. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. All right, we got another one. DJ Khaled. Another one. Let's get into it. This is like the first time that I haven't turned my camera off during the stream the entire day. That's pretty crazy. I found a new way to take smoke breaks. Anyway, let's get into the next topic. I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are awesome, by the way. What's going on, y'all? About to take a look at the non-amazing Lucas. The amazing Wokest. Woke as hell. Always gonna be woke. Nasty hat. Dusty hat. Loser. The amazing losing liberal. Anyway, let's check out Dusty Lucas. See what he has to say, man. I can see it just coming up. Let's check out what he has to say, man. I could just sat here doing that all day. Because he's trash. I'm talking about his opinions.
Finally, some truth. Oh my goodness. So there is a reverend who has gotten some attention due to his words, some negative attention due to what transpired.
I hate his intro to it. So weird. He just buzzing it up, down real quick for the fake ones. That's what he doing, the bend and snap before he started his video.
A few days ago. And to be honest with you, I think it's great that we're finally getting some truth in the church, because he goes on to say what's on everyone's mind, what everyone is thinking, but is afraid to say out loud, because you got these brown shirts on the right who are trying to dox people and take their names and get them fired for words. The same words that they say is cancel culture whenever, you know.
Someone firing you because you're wishing for someone to pass away is not cancel culture. Shoot, people using their freedom of speech, since you don't have the freedom of speech, well, people can use their freedom of speech to not only give opinions, but maybe to even inform people. That's on them. Right. Also, I would like to say that that's way different from someone firing you or people trying to let people know what you're saying based off of a joke or a bad word. Right. Way different.
You know, they do it, but now, oh no, now this is horrible. They shouldn't have a job. But what he goes on to say is that, hey, Charlie Kirk did not deserve to get assassinated. However, by that same token, to have the flags lowered, half-staff, to try and honor someone who spent his life, his entire life, dedicated to hate and bigotry, to fear-mongering and racism, someone who does not even value my life, who thinks that black women are low IQ, that is unacceptable.
So just going based off of clips that's out of context, huh? No context at all. And why is this getting discussed in church? Like,
Charlie Kirk did not deserve to be assassinated. But I'm overwhelmed seeing the flags of the United States of America life sowing seeds of division and hate into this land.
And the reason why I take his words to be so powerful
knows how they started applauding. He started saying the nastiness. When he said that he didn't deserve, everyone was silent.
is because I've noticed there are a lot of black people who have been groomed or conditioned by the Bible, we'll say. Damn. Because there are many of them who will say, well, Lucas, Charlie Kirk was a racist, but they will say, Lucas, Charlie Kirk was a misogynist, but, well.
Charlie Kirk wasn't racist or misogynist. You the racist. Is you. That's who's racist. You. You're the racist in the equation, Lucas.
Lucas, Charlie Kirk thought that black women were low IQ, but I found this but many times, more often than not, stems from their misinterpretation of the Bible. Okay. So I think it's a great thing to have this Reverend, all right, Reverend Wesley, go and let his congregation know that, hey, you are not supposed to be worshiping or honoring evil. This is something that I said. And they didn't like it when I brought out the Bible and read them for filth according to the own scripture that they profess to believe in.
This nigga just said, read them for filth. Has somebody been watching RuPaul's Drag Race, nigga? What? You read them for filth? Anyway, I don't like him using the Bible or Christianity or Jesus or the Lord to attack people and as a weapon. I think that that's disgusting. Right? I think that's foul, and it shows that he doesn't actually have true character.
So I think this is a positive.
he plays in the character. Right? Lucas plays a character. 100%. Him and Dr. Umar. Right? Like, yeah. They don't have actual character in any way, shape, or form. All they have is nastiness. Nastiness is propaganda and all this hate and demonic energy that they're spreading. This is pretty sick when it comes to Amazing Lucas and all these other wokies. I'm just being honest.
Positive thing. But going a step further, another thing I will say is that I think the American people have been groomed as to view who is right and who is wrong. Have we not? I think in today's time, it makes me feel like that scene in Shrek. You know when Lord Farquaad is like, hey, some of y'all will die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
And you had the soldiers saying applause. You have the sign showing up applause. And I'm in the audience going, boo, boo. What? Did y'all hear what he just said? He gonna sacrifice us. Genuinely, that's what it feels like right now, bruh. That's what it feels like.
He added fake applause to his video because you know he ain't getting it in real life. Especially if you go out and perform or, well, because that's what the hell he doing. You would think it's speaking of, this nigga is a clown. Also, I think this was all an act. This nigga is coming out here and just being filthy. Right? But look at, he's so proud of himself. He like, shit. You see me, I edited it and I put applause in it. I put applause so people could clap. I wanted people to think I was funny. I did good. Didn't I do good? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, man. This nigga is such a weirdo. Oh, man. You gotta hear more of his voice.
It's like right now. And when you have certain things that happen, right? And I'm in the audience going, yeah, yeah. Oh, we're booing. We're booing this. We're okay. Boo. That's what it feels like. Because, for example, they are grooming us to believe that Netanyahu is a justice warrior. Okay, that's what he is. He's a valiant man fighting for his people. But when we start to look at, well, y'all just killed a journalist. I don't think the journalist was Hamas. That was a baby. I definitely don't think the baby was Hamas. Sir, that was an ice cream truck. He was literally in the process of making a transaction. You're telling me?
The fuck this got to do with Charlie Kirk? You trying to understand the connection that he's making? Let me keep listening. Maybe I missed it.
I mean that the ice cream truck, the ice cream pop was a bomb? Is that what you're telling me? Okay. That's what they're doing to us right now. All right. And if you say anything about what's going on, shame on you. You're an anti-Semite. You don't get allowed into the country. You may lose your visa. Hey, you may lose your citizenship. That's the type of threats that they're doing. So it honestly feels like I'm in the Matrix, fam. Right? It honestly feels like I'm in the Matrix. I have to tiptoe around all these people who are completely gone. They're lost.
He's out of line, but he's right.
But another point he brings up that was absolutely crucial was the silence, the shattering silence around Melissa Hortman and her husband, what transpired to them, the absolute tragedy. And that was a tragedy, which was done by a right-wing nut job. I know right now the popular narrative is, oh, he was on the left and the trans and everything. But we have this documented, a right-wing terrorist going into someone's home, posing as an officer to inflict harm upon people, including the dog. Okay, what type of demented person do you have to be?
I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
And for them to have no half-mast, no lowering of the flag, no.
Crazy bars. I rock with 50 Cent. And I think that full clip is hilarious when you play it in full context. Me. Yeah, me. Yo, 50 Cent is hilarious, bro. But this nigga, Lucas is not. Lucas is not. This nigga sitting here crying.
Big memorial service, no mourning. This was a government representative.
And hearing people with selective rage who were mad about Charlie Kirk but didn't give a damn about Melissa Hortman and her husband when they were shot down in their home, tell me I ought to have compassion for the death of a man who had no respect for my own life.
This is dumb as hell. That's dumb. That's a dumbass analogy, example, whatever the hell you want to say. Because I can guarantee I can name like maybe 3 billion deaths that you did not talk about within your church. So should I say that, oh, I don't care about this and that's and it's selective? Right? No, I just think that's crazy, right? It's almost as if you're telling people that they can't be upset about what happened. Nigga, it was nasty. It was insane. But you're like, but no, man, what? It was wrong.
I want you to see who they value. Who they value and who they condition and groom the American people to value.
Mr. President, I want Charlie Kirk, in retrospect, given all of the moving ways that this White House has paid tribute to Charlie Kirk, do you think it would have been fitting to lower the flags to half-staff when Melissa Hortman, the Minnesota House Speaker, was gunned down by an assassin as well?
I'm not familiar.
The Minnesota House Speaker, a Democrat, was assassinated this summer.
Well, if the governor had asked me to do that, I would have done that. But the governor of Minnesota didn't ask me. I didn't. I wouldn't have thought of that.
He goes on to say what I said earlier, is that...
Yeah, I'm blaming him for not knowing or being fully aware about that. I'm just trying to make sure I understand why Lucas is mad. Because he wasn't aware of that. I would think that if they thought that was important, they would have informed him. I don't know.
We are not supposed to be honoring evil. In addition to that, how Charlie Kirk passed does not redeem how he lived.
But there's nowhere in Bible where we are taught to honor evil. And how you die does not redeem how you lived.
And that right there, bruh, that's some straight fire. Because I said that in my last video. I was like, yo, how he passed, right, does not absolve him from the hate and the wickedness that he sowed during his time on this planet. And
that's
for you to try to shame people,
that's mad hateful, bro.
To try and dox people or get them fired.
To take things out of context and try to paint his character as he was less than because you disagree with him, right? And beyond that you're like celebrating him passing away, but then playing the victim like, oh, but you got me fired. Take that out of my job. For being disgusting.
For having an emotion, for having a justified emotion for a person who has harmed them tenfold. Because Charlie Kirk was very much an advocate of legislation. Charlie Kirk was a funder of these other institutions, of these other lawyers who are trying to destroy the fabric of this country. Whether it's civil rights and his bigoted views on that, whether it's affirmative action, whether it's reparations, whether it's anything for anyone. If you are black or brown, they don't like you. That's what Charlie Kirk's...
Why are you sweating so much? Nah, I don't care. But it just look like he's like pumped up, like he's angry as hell about this.
Perspective was. Now, he would have a whole bunch of token Negroes so he could have what? He could have a buffer. He could have plausible deniability. How can I be a racist Look at Candace Owens. How can I be racist? Look at Brandon Tatum. That's what he would.
Listen, yo, he could make a video about potato chips. He gonna mention Candace Owens or Brandon Tatum. One of the two. He's gonna mention them. That's gonna happen. Or Black conservative perspective.
Would do. He would
Throw your
buffer
name in
his
the mix.
anti-black views with anti-black black people. And he would play off of the fact that many of the white ignorants in the Republican Party would judge these people not by the content of their character, but by the color of their skin. That's why they would say, how can he be racist? He has a black friend. How can he be racist? He hired a black woman. That's right there is the reason why. So I absolutely agree with this reverend. He's 100% correct. You do not get to do evil, something.
Should that be said for you? Should that be said for you? And you're defining evil based off of an opposite opinion. You've blatantly given evil takes. Like, you've said some evil shit.
Happened to you. Now, oh my God, he was a hero. He was a patriot. He was American, just an American soldier of the realest kind. No, that's not how that works. And just so we're clear, this has nothing to do with how Charlie Kirk passed away, because their response would have been the same. I guarantee it. If he had passed away from old age, they still would have said, oh, it was such a sad way for him to go, but he lived his life in a valiant way, and we wish him the best, and he's in heaven, and yada, yada, just as they did with Rush Limbaugh, just as they did with Hulk Hogan.
What's wrong with what? This nigga wants people to do nothing but trash him after he's passed? Wow.
Just as they did with the other lineage of evil. So I want you to understand, don't allow them to try and shame you or to try and make this as an exception to how they would respond.
He's calling for people to attack Charlie Kirk. He's begging for it, actually. This is nasty.
No, they would respond just the same. And they would do just exact the same wicked evil of trying to vilify and dox and get people fired for having an opinion that they want to say Charlie Kirk was open about. Well, he just wanted discourse. But that's the fact. They don't want your opinion. They want their opinion regurgitated. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you...
That's what it sound like you doing. And if they don't regurgitate your opinion, you'll wish for the worst to happen or celebrate when it does. That shit is weird as hell, man. Mason Lucas is a loser. But that's just my opinion. You want to watch me live stream, check me out on my live stream channel, which you can find on the homepage. See what you guys are saying in live chat. Seems like there's a lot of hate. Not from you guys, but just haters. Yeah, you did the right thing, Jerry, by blocking them immediately. I can pay no mind. Go to prison for, as they say. I agree. If he had no cares about you, he would not put himself out there and educate him. Left is right, right is wrong, south is north. They twist the truth, but the truth can't be twisted. People do try to twist the truth. 100%. Yeah, thank you, Jody. I appreciate that. Yeah, because I ain't trying to pay that shit no mind. Any way, shape, or form. But yeah, block that type of losing shit immediately. Hey, what's up, GTR? How you doing? Bye, man. How you doing? Making sure I say what's up to everybody. Nomad, how are you? All right. I think we almost got everything. Check out this joint. Yeah, let's just throw this on. Prep time. What's going on, y'all? About to watch a new Sensitive Society video. Not really sure I know much about the creator they're speaking on, but let's get into it. Don't forget to watch me live on BX Beast Boy Live. Should be linked on my homepage. See what's going down.
I don't know about you guys, but I think it's finally time the one, the only Casey Tron gets her standalone video, because I've never fully dedicated a video to mostly her. It's always, yeah, we're going to talk about her, but first let's talk about Denims, Frogan, Hasan Piker, and others. You know, a lot of other people come to mind, but those are kind of like the first ones, right? And then if we have time, we'll talk about Casey Tron, because out of everyone,
so she's in that type of group.
She's like the most irrelevant. No one really cares for her, but I woke up today willing to take a risk, all right? Dedicate a video to mainly her and her stupidity and the crash out and her playing the victim even further, and then play the guys I used to be homeless card, because I guess she wants empathy, sympathy for us. Spoiler alert, it ain't gonna work, little bro. Very quickly before we get into it, my evil twin has kidnapped me and told me to tell you guys to plug his channel on the main channel. So in case you guys don't know, I do have an evil twin. We've been dropping a lot of bangers, truth be told. So make sure you check it out. It's speed for plugging his shitty fucking channel. Now we can get into it. So really quick, in case you guys don't know, Casey Tron is one of the people that is currently being sued by Ethan Klein. One of them is Frogan and Denims, and I think someone else, but I'm pretty sure it's those two plus Casey Tron. I mean, if we look at her GoFundMe, it's raised close to 50K, which is quite surprising to me, considering I guess she's the least relevant out of the three. This shocked me. And this is how
they just hate Ethan Klein that much.
Pretty much everything got started. Ethan Klein claims Casey Tron offered him a settlement of $17,000, which he rejected. Casey Tron, you've raised $44,000. You offer me $17K. That leaves.
That is kind of suspect. It's kind of odd. Why only 17,000 when you raise 44,000? Yeah, that's pretty suspect. So I didn't know much about this person in particular. What I do know of the Ethan Klein lawsuit involving all of Hasan's lackeys.
It's 27,000. It's like, yeah, she just wants to pay very little and keep the rest. Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that even legal? Under no circumstances have you paid your lawyers $27,000. What were you planning on doing with the remaining money? Try to catch a pay date. I rejected her offer, obviously. Now, Mr. Klein, I could tell you what she wanted to spend her money on. More drugs, because she's a druggie, drug addict, whatever you guys want to call it.
Damn.
It's like, if you want to do that, go right ahead, right? I'm not judging anyone. This is a judgment-free zone, all right? Everyone is welcome. But how are you...
Is it something that's like heavy, or is it just green? I know I ain't got no problem with green.
Going to be begging for money, yet still spend money getting high? It's like, so are you broke, or are you selectively broke? Or are you that much of an addict that you can't stop buying weed even though you're broke? Which, yeah, that makes you an addict. Guys, I'm so broke and I can't eat and I need a GoFundMe, but I'm still gonna spend money on weed and Labubu.
So
got his and her Labubu.
So it's green. I ain't got no problem with green. If you're not taking care of your priorities, though, that
Boost for me and my man. How are you broke, begging for money, yet you still have time to go on a little vacay and get Labubus? It's like, I see you spending your GoFundMe money quite wisely. Paying lawyers, maybe get a better settlement. Fuck that. Let's get some fucking Labubus, matcha, and Dubai chocolate. And Labubu Dubai chocolate, right, guys? Because that's where I need to spend my money, obviously. What the fuck? And then this was pretty much what inspired me to make this video. It says, I'm going to try and not break down while reading this, guys. It's quite emotional, so hopefully you bear with me here. I come from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence. Okay, I was going to say a joke, but let's just be real for a second. Let's be humane for a second. Right? I've had firearms pointed at me for defending my mother from abuse, Privileged people like Ethan/AB will never know the violence of poverty. Okay, now I really want to make jokes about this. What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism discussing. All right.
I don't want to compare life story, but yeah, no, I'm from the streets. I don't even got to go into detail on some sad story shit. What the hell is this though? This ain't the most emotional manipulation ass shit. Like, nah, I don't care about none of that. As I don't expect you to care about none of mine.
Right, brokey, shut your bitch ass up. Playing this whole fucking victim character like, oh no, guys, I used to be poor at some point and poverty, and I'm getting bullied by this multi-millionaire who's bullying this small streamer. Well, if you didn't want to end up in that situation, you could have been smarter and actually not fuck around and find out. I don't know how that's shocking. And it's like Ethan and Hila were broke before. I remember very vividly, there was this story about how they went to a grocery store and they were going to make something and they couldn't afford I believe it was a bell pepper, and they had to put it back. That was like an awakening for them. Like, why are people acting, and by people I mean like Kizatron and others, why are people acting like Ethan and Hila were
like they were born rich? Like, I remember when it was broke, when I actually watched their content. And don't get me wrong, Ethan Klein is a woke ass individual to his damn self, but yeah, I do think that the stuff that Hasan's lackey's been doing been way too far. I think that they went way too far. They went beyond too far. And it's expected for, I guess you could say, them to, or people to be okay with it no matter what. Yeah, I don't like that. It's just wild. Even if I'm not even aware of this person in particular, which now I'm starting to be reminded a little bit.
People babies and they've been multi-billionaires their whole life. That is not the situation. Ethan and Hila have faced very hard financial times. I don't know if it's the same poverty that Kizatron has faced, but it's like, yeah, we know. But it's like this comment, this little speech about, guys, I come from poverty and drug abuse. It's like, okay, well, that's on you, and you're 40 years old. You can fix that, all right? Stop blaming everyone else for your problems that you might have. It's like, sure, when you're a little kid / teen / maybe early 20s, it's like, sure, I mean, that's kind of like the life you fell into. But if you're 30 or 40, you gotta stop blaming your parents and actually do something with your life. I don't know. I can't imagine being a failure in life and blaming my mom for not giving me something that I wanted when I was a little kid because we were poor. It's like, come on. Sure, that applies if you're a little kid, but when you're 40 like Kizatron is, it's like, you gotta grow up. You gotta stop begging for money and you gotta do something with your life, all right? Stop trying to play the fucking victim. Guys, I used to be poor. Well,
just stop. That's the main thing. Stop trying to play a victim, right? They're using that to raise funds. Like, that's just nasty. Do your content, create your stuff, get your clips out. That's it. Live stream. It's what it is.
Womp womp. I don't know what to tell you. It's like womp womp womp. I don't care, little bro. You're 40. Do something with your life instead of smoking weed and stealing people's content. It's like, I don't know. Maybe if you change that, your life might improve. Worth considering, honestly, instead of begging for people to give you money. And then she replies with the story of Ethan that I just told. Can you guys please spare me from here?
You must hate my channel. He must hate my channel. Because I'm for damn sure reacting over here. And that's just...
Hearing about Ethan and Hila's story of having to put the pepper back. This is literally regular life for 90% of people. The fact that they retell this story as some big life trauma just further shows their privilege. I mean, you might have been broke, but you haven't been broke like me. It's like these people constantly move the fucking goalposts so they look more like the victim. That doesn't invalidate their story. Like, are they supposed to suffer more just because you stuff?
You notice how I didn't compare stories. I just let you know. I got my own, you got your own.
suffer more. I bet if Ethan said, well, yeah, you know, when I was a little kid, 2 of my dogs got killed and I was very sad. And then my mom wouldn't let me get a new one. She would come on here and say, well, that's just average for 80% of the people. You know, I had 3 dogs be taken from me and killed in front of me. So you don't know anything about suffering. It's like, what the fuck? Casey Tron, where's your empathy for the bell pepper story? Right? Classic, bring family into the situation. All I can say from now on is good luck, lazy Tron. And I forgot I left a comment. This person said, come from poverty. Bro, you're still there. Was there any point in your life when you weren't a victim? That's what I want to know. All I know this woman for is smoking weed, getting high, being a horrible person, and playing the victim. That's literally all she's known for.
Damn, he really hates green. This nigga. Damn. Like, what did green do to you? Green, you do nothing but bring happiness.
And of course, I had to leave something because I just found this way too funny. I said, LOL, imagine being broke. You deserve this. Was that kind of mean? Nah. I mean, I don't care. This person says comedy. And it's a tweet by the Jom House, and it says, you could be a victim of childhood abuse / trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They are mutually exclusive. This is literally just a sneaky reply towards Casey Tron. This is exactly the type of woman she is. Guys, at some point, I was homeless. Guys, at some point, I faced poverty. Please feel bad for me. I want you guys to feel bad for me because... I don't know, you should. Once again, I ask this, how are you broke, yet you have money for fucking Labubus and Dubai chocolate, dude, and boba? It's like, the GoFundMe is being used greatly, guys, alright? Now, do I care that she comes from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence? I don't care. People have it worse.
That got nothing to do with me. Like, I don't feel like I should be forced to care. It's the same way I don't think people should feel forced to care about me. Is what it is.
Casey Tron, compared to you, you had it pretty nice. All right, if we're gonna use her logic and her same talking points, this is nothing compared to what people in third world countries go to. All right, this is nothing to kids who are constantly at war. All right, this is nothing. You lived in America, you privileged bitch. I mean, it's extremely easy to apply that logic towards her. All right, so no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't care. And then the tweets continue from her. You aren't going to throw in my entire livelihood with lawsuits and just get away with it, Ethan Klein. I'm going to expose the suffering that you're making me. An innocent white woman go through every step of the way. I bet she felt like this type.
Why does she have to? Why she had to indicate that she was a white woman? That was kind of weird. That was kind of strange. I get that 50s type of sympathy, huh?
This. Please tell me this is satirical. I think it is, right? This is something that I would type. I'm an innocent white person. How dare you, sir? It's like, bro, shut up. Please stop. This is embarrassing. Don't you have a kid to take care of or a blunt to smoke? Let me get this. Ethan Klein and
yeah, this dude don't like smokers. I do think that was a wild statement. I mean, like, if you was a black woman, would you want less or less fair treatment? I don't get it. That's crazy. That's a wild thing to say. Oh, what's going on?
Announces that Olivia will be taking the mental health break from the H3 podcast amidst the drama. And we got an update about the situation a few hours ago. And yes, Casey Tron is involved. Just trust the process, guys.
Especially Olivia, who's said she's on a mental health break, who quit the show, which is what you fucking scumbags wanted. And that's not enough?
Right.
I thought quitting the show was what made them all saintly. Made them all like, oh, great. Yeah, she's one of the good guys now. No, of course, it was never going to be enough.
Yep.
Now, I get it. Everyone is different. Not everyone could tolerate the same amount of criticism / hate. And this is not to shit talk Olivia by any means, right? No hate towards anyone except Casey Tron, because fuck that bitch. But I think when you do this kind of stuff, in my opinion, when you quit because the enemy wants you to quit, they win. All right. Don't give them that power. I would have stayed on and thrown more shots at whoever directed them towards me. Right. But that's me. Not everyone's built the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different level of the amount of backlash / hate / criticism they could get. Now, once again, I would have never left the show. I don't care what random losers, and by random losers, I mean people like Frogan, Denims, and Casey Tron here. It's like, once again, speaking from my point of view only, if I get into drama, I will never quit because at that point, you're giving them ammunition. And on top of that, it's like, I'm not going to lose. All right. I'm just not going to lose.
F all that. 100%. Like, don't, I guess you could say, bow down to them. These people don't want me to quit. Never going to. It's never going to happen. Right? Like, I don't think you should let the crowd or the mob win.
Lose because some internet drama by a fucking drug addict. Yeah, dude. I mean, if I lost that battle, I would have to rethink my whole life. How did I let a junkie fucking beat me at this? You know what I mean? Damn. And the last Casey Tron tweet we got before she passed out from all the drugs she's been taking, she responded to the video that we just took a look at and says, "My prayers and..."
I don't even like woke people, but damn the way he talk about smokers.
The station seemed to be paying off. Okay. Good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this path to a higher self. She's still a young woman. Take it from me, Olivia, a 34-year-old woman. Trust your inner voice. I know it was calling out to you these last years. Learn from this. And then she gives a whole witchcraft thingy, which I don't know how many of you guys out there believe in this kind of stuff. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe on anything. Not to sound corny, but
Nah, I'm Team Jesus. That's what I believe in. That's crazy. That is wow, bro. That the timing of that was nasty work right there. Whoa. Yeah, that was scary actually.
Don't believe in stuff like this to help you out. I don't believe in voodoo dolls. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe people could put spells on you. And if that was the case, I would have been dead like 2 years ago. I don't know if I want to get into that, but
my heart beating mad fast right now. I'm Team Jesus, nigga. You ain't gonna scare me out of being Team Jesus.
I used to know someone who would do this kind of stuff. Not this insane, but was kind of into terrifying. All of this. And we didn't end in the best terms. And all I know is that a voodoo doll would have been...
Yeah, I've had people try to cast spells on me. Shoot, on YouTube, man. On YouTube, just because I had different opinions. And I wasn't to be bought or whatever for sale. 100%. There's people out here doing that type of shit.
Made on me. The cards would have preyed on my downfall, and I would have died in a fucking car accident, or my voodoo doll would have been picked in the fucking head, and I would have gone headshotted. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so maybe still a possibility, but it would have been done at this point. A fucking sense voodoo doll would have been made, and I would have been fucking dead like 2 years ago. So, do I believe in this? No. Do I believe in anything, period? No. I believe you are responsible for your faith. I don't hold faith in cards. I don't put faith on strangers. I put faith in myself and myself only. And I know that might sound like, I'm a fucking Sigma wolf, but I mean, it is the truth. I've made things happen in my life. I don't sit around, wait for shit to fall on my lap. I wish that was what could happen. It will be a lot easier. But my whole mentality has been, I am responsible for myself. No one else is. I'm not a little kid anymore. I make my own luck. I don't depend on a higher power to make shit happen. I just do it myself. And that's just the way I've been since I was a little kid. Once again, that's just my way. No disrespect to anyone that believes in this or is religious or anything. But in my life, in my situation, everything that's happened, good or bad, has been because of me. I don't shift blame to higher power or, this is the plan that they wanted for me. It's like, but that's just me. And why am I saying this? Well, because Casey Tron is using these cards. Which ones are these? I don't know if they look familiar, but I mean, I just don't believe in this. And I don't believe this whole argument was done in good faith. It's like, it's fucking Casey Tron. She was probably high out of her mind reading this. And on top of that, I guarantee you this room smelled fucking horrible. I mean, Casey throwing this in there, I guarantee she just looks like she smells like shit 24/7. Then you have the weed going, and then you have whatever scent to light these cards up. It's like, I'd rather be anywhere else than be in the room where these pictures were taken. But anyways, that's enough of the Yappuccino for today. Oh, very briefly, very quickly, I should probably talk about this if it's related. I don't care. This will be a rare Elon W. If Elon Musk gets Hasan banned, I will buy a Tesla. That'll be hilarious.
That'd be wild. That'd be wild. But whoever this AC Tron person is, I think they sound pretty lame. Outside of the smoking stuff, that's just, hey, I don't care about it. Right, because I'm team green my damn self. But that's my opinion. Tell me what yours is down in the comment section. Hit the like button if you want to. And check me out on my live stream channel. You should be able to find it on the homepage.